Hello everyone, this is Dr. Leena. Today I am going to discuss on pruning and cutting. So before going to start my video, let's have the 2-3 questions regarding the pruning. First of all, what is pruning? Why pruning is so important? And what are the different methods or process of doing pruning and cutting? So, pruning is all of you have know that, and there are so many videos in YouTube's that pruning and pruning. So, why this type of pruning is so important? What is pruning? So, pruning is any dried leaves or any disease plants or any disease leaf which is harm to your plant, that should be removed or that should be cut. So, this is a pruning. So, and the pruning is so important because that dried leaves, that yellow leaves, that unnecessary branch or unnecessary dried stem, that will take some energy from your plant, which is also hampering to the plant by from growth. So, it should be removed out immediately. So, it is a very important points that if there is a unnecessary thing in your plants or extra thing is there in your plant, so it should be removed out. So, pruning. So, pruning we can 2-3 methods are there. One is a hard pruning, another is a soft pruning, another one is a leaf pruning, and anything, any branches, if you cut it to your plant to a separate one, that is your pruning. So, before going to start the pruning, you just see I have shown you in a different plants that how you can cut. There is a cutter, pruning cutter machine. If you hard pruning, then you cut there. If there will be a soft pruning, you can use by your scissor. So, there are different plants according to you just cut by your different instruments like that pruning cutters or scissors, or there are different types of also cutter available in the markets. You can take and you can use that. And in a hard pruning case, this plant you can just see this is a hard one. So, if this is a flower, it also there in the plants, but though there are so many branches, so I just cut it by the which one is not necessary for the plants, that should be cut by the cutter. So, it is very important that if there is something which is dry one or there is unnecessary in the lower of your plants or there is a yellow leaves, you just remove that. So, pruning is so important because it can healthier and more productive. It gives to your plant which is a very important shape, and it gives some energy and give more productive to your plant. So, each and every plants you can go for the pruning also. So, those plants with smaller plants. So, you can just see this is my hard pruning, because in the hard it is a woody type plants. If we cut it from the stem, then it can be your hard pruning. So, it is a very important aspects of the pruning. So, in case of any plants like this is my Gangasuli nodia. So, this is important flowering plants. These leaves are used for the treating of the fever or malaria, any kind of fever you can say. These are the very important. It has some flowers like yellow stalk and white petals. So, it is a beautiful flowers having the beautiful scent. So, this is also your Gangasuli plant. So, this plant you see, this is a rainy season going on and my plants is growth so many branches and growth also more. So, you just cut from the top of your plants like from this side, because unnecessary branch is there. So, if you cut from the front or in the top of your plant, the stem will be much stronger and much healthier. So, it is a very important point that if you cut in the top of your plants, any plants you can say, this is my flowering plants, you can cut in your vegetable plants or you can say your fruiting plants, any plants. if you cut from and in the pot, it is very important that pruning is important in the pot itself, because it pot has a limited soil. So, we can add the nutrient for a particularly or some growth of the plants, not a big plant. So, if you cut it like this in the top of your plant, so it will be a branching, or it will be a much thicker. So, it will be look very beautifully. So, this is a type of cutting that is called a head cutting methods. It can be cut by a 45-degree angles. So, it is also a very important cutting or pruning methods. So, again you come to the my apple bear plants, because this is always a hard pruning methods, because this type of plant is a woody plant, and in a woody plant the stem is very hard. So, you can just cut it by the cutter, pruning cutter, and which was is unnecessary in the branches, you just cut it down, so that it can be thicker in from the stem. And this is also another apple bear. I just cut it down, and here you just see that there is so many of branches and so many dried branches. So, this type of branch to be removed from your plant, so that this part is to be healthy, and it can give some more production compared to the previous one. So, these are a very important aspects of the pruning, and we all know that pruning is so important, that may be in pot, that may be in the soil. So, every times, every 1 to 2 months, you just cut the plants time to time, cut, or so those leaves are green, or those leaves are yellow in color, or those leaves having some diseases, you just remove from the plants. And this is a cherry plant, this is also a hard pruning, because only the leaf cutting or the top of the cutting, that you can say the soft pruning. So, this is also called a hard pruning. And you just see my cherry plant, this is a rainy season going on, and my cherry plant is beautifully growing, and each and every I have cutted it into thrice, and fifth time this was, I think. So, this is a very important one, and this is a pomegranate plant also. So, I just cut it from the every time, every month I just cut it down, because these plants grow in the rainy season. These plants grow like a branches, so many branches are there. So, if you cut this plant in time to time, or in a month, so it will be a much thicker, and it should look beautifully. And this is a your hibiscus plant, you just see this is already the bug, the mealybug had attacked. So, this type of stem just cut it and throw to the outsides, otherwise it can be spread all over the plant. So, this is also a very important cuttings. So, so likewise you can go for the different cuttings. So, this is all about the pruning. So, if you might like my video, please subscribe, share and give a like. Thank you.